जी सर, should I start now?
सर आपकी स्क्रीन जो है मुझे हाँ अब शो हो रही है और मैं बस मेक श्योर कर लूँ पार्टिसिपेंट से भी कि जी शो हो रही है सर। ठीक है, आप स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। आप स्क्रीन को चाहे अपना फुल स्क्रीन कर लें प्रेजेंटर मोड पे।
No problem.
या
अच्छा जी, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most beneficent. Welcome to Scholarship Hive with Sir Abdul Wahab Saib. So this is definitely, as you know, is a brief orientation session. जिसमें definitely has taken introduction. First, let me introduce myself, and then we shall start onward for orientation. Uh, could you please let me know that is my voice hearable and audible clearly, sir?
सर मुझे तो क्लियरली ऑडिबल है, बाकी पार्टिसिपेंट्स का रिस्पांस देख लेते हैं हम कि सब लोगों को ऑडिबल है या नहीं। हाँ जी, क्लियर आ रही है, आप स्टार्ट करें।
That's very great. See, my name is Mohammad Usman Ghani. I did my MPhil English Literature in 2018 from University of Lahore, and I completed my Masters in English from University of Sargodha in 2014. Since completion of my Masters in English Literature and Language, I had been teaching, and Alhamdulillah, I possess almost 11 years over experience in teaching various subjects from intermediate to university level, along with different courses like IELTS, British Spoken English, OET, SAT, and a lot more. And I'm also providing competitive services, examination preparation for beginners as well as. So I warmly welcome all the students and all the candidates and participants in the meeting today. And I pray to God, and it will be my utmost effort and my try that you may get for what you have joined us. Wish you good luck and wish me good luck as well. Let's start our orientation. Uh, the first thing I'd like one of the students, sir, have you given, have you enabled participants? Can they participate while speaking?
सर माइक म्यूट है सबका, लेकिन जो है जब वो हैंड रेज करेंगे तो मुझे शो हो जाएगा, तो फिर मैं उन्हें अलाउ करूंगा इस तरह, क्योंकि 100 पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं तो बहुत मैस क्रिएट हो जाता है, बहुत सारे लोग बोल रहे हो तो।
Okay, no problem. So
तो
I'd
कोई
like one of the
पार्टिसिपेंट,
students to,
सॉरी सर, सॉरी
yes.
टू इंटरप्ट, अगर कोई क्वेश्चन कहना
Mhm.
चाहता है तो वो हैंड रेज कर सकता है ड्यूरिंग द प्रेजेंटेशन, तो मैं उसे अलाउ कर दूंगा उसका माइक, और तब उसके बाद जो है वो इजीली क्वेश्चन कर सकता है सर से। ठीक है,
Okay, sir, you will assist me in this particular presentation. I'd
श्योर
like
श्योर।
you to read the lines written above.
इफ यू फेल टू प्लान,
Mm-hmm.
if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, sir. It was on behalf of all the candidates by Sir Abdul Wahab. Dear candidates or participants, remember one thing for very sure. If you fail to plan, you're basically planning to fail. If you have not decided something, if you have not planned something, if you haven't chalked out a particular discipline which you are going to follow, and this is not only an IELTS examination, but it is in all the things. For example, you have joined this meeting and a lot of students were asking, sir, can I move to UK or can I move abroad for further studies? And if I have this GPA, would it be okay, or would it be compatible with my studies in research or something? So you're planning basically. So my classes, and rather our classes, will be planned. Each and everything will be discussed with you, and each and everything is planned from A to Z. So this is the first thing I wanted you to make sure, that nothing would be haphazard, nothing would be undisciplined, and nothing would be indisciplined, nothing would be unplanned or something like this. Sir, can you read the next line for me?
Achieving the proficiency in examination.
Good. Well, achieving the proficiency in examinations. In any examination, whether doing master's, graduation, post-graduation, research, or these examinations like IELTS or whatever you are in, you need two things basically to do this. The first one is what to do, and second one is how to do. First, you have to decide and plan what do you want to do. For example, if you want to do a course, any course it may be, for example, you preferably do IELTS academic instead of doing journals, or you do IELTS journal, whatever you wish to. So you have to plan what to do. And for that, you research a data. For example, if you have everything, and if you have money, if you have time and skill, and if you have classroom and teachers and all that stuff, but you haven't planned, and you don't go through relevant things, and you don't go through the things which are quite right or rightful things, you are absolutely going to fail yourself. So what to do is relevancy. For example, I'd like to share you something very interesting. हमारे यहाँ I did a course with 2018, the reader group of colleges. There was a professor who was offering his skills for learning English. So that was British English course. So उन्होंने सारा कोर्स भी करवा दिया. I went through the books he had, I went through the data he had, audio, video, and all that stuff. There was something very astonishing. उन्होंने जो कोर्स करवाया, बच्चे अंग्रेजी बोल भी रहे थे. But that was not British English course. That was American English. So there's a hell of difference in American, British accent and everything. So the
Yes.
students had no idea. The students had no idea what we are doing. They did English, they learned English, they spoke English, they wrote English, they did all, but they did not do what they planned to do basically. Rather, they hadn't planned. तो relevant चीज का होना जो है बहुत जरूरी होता है. Next is how to do. दूसरी most important चीज बेटा जो होती है, that is which particular way and which particular process and technique you would use to pass the exam. It does happen. You go through a course for the whole year, and you went through lectures and taking classes and asking students and group discussion and all that. लेकिन एग्जामिनेशन में जब आपको इशू होता है, प्री बोर्ड में हम यहाँ पर होते थे, एफएससी के दौर में तो होता था, या प्री यूनिवर्सिटी एग्जामिनेशन जो होते हैं उसमें फाइनल से पहले, तो यू डिस्कस विद officer and you say, sir, this is the problem, just 1 hour. So this
Sir,
is something we have to do, time
sir,
and technique. और पहला जो था, sir.
sir, sorry to interrupt you, but I think your voice is breaking a bit. So if you take a pause, I think
Oh,
it will be again the connection will be better. So
no problem, no problem.
so
बस मुझे
can
बता
you hear
दीजिएगा.
sir now? Can you hear the voice of sir now?
जी जी,
Everyone can.
yes.
Yeah, now you can start.
Okay, sir Abdul Wahab, will you please let me know मेरी voice कहाँ से problematic हुई थी?
अभी जैसे ही हुई थी मैंने आपको इन्फॉर्म कर दिया, तो ऐसा इसी स्लाइड पे थे हम, इतना इशू नहीं है,
Okay,
तो आप कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं.
no problem. So the first thing is what to do and the second is how to do. एक तो relevant करना है और दूसरा technique use करनी है, क्योंकि this exam is based on time and technique. अगर आप 1 सेकंड भी लेट हो जाते हैं तो it means you are getting late. 1 मिनट भी लेट हो जाते हैं तो it means that you have lost 1 minute to solve one of the 40 questions. So you cannot solve 40 questions in that particular time. 1 मिनट गया तो एक क्वेश्चन का टाइम चला गया, दूसरा मिनट गया तो दूसरे क्वेश्चन का टाइम चला गया. So you have to plan in a way कि आप टाइम और टेक्निक दोनों से लेकर चलें. Okay, this is something very interesting I'm going to ask. Learning English in short time. Sari, since when did we start learning English?
Sir, for me, I studied from a government high school. So for me, I started learning English, I don't know, from seventh or eighth, maybe fifth.
Oh, from
Yeah.
seventh or eighth maybe. ठीक है.
Yes.
So अभी जो 2000 onward, बल्कि इससे पहले भी हमने जहाँ से पढ़ा है, specifically for Pakistanis we call it कच्ची पक्की, and
Yeah.
kachi paki peli duji, yeah. And for
Yes.
foreigners it starts from kids group. So we
Yeah.
had been learning English for almost last 12 years, 13 years, or 14, or more than 14 years, or 16 years almost. So I
Yes.
believe that everyone in this class and everyone who has got graduation and done 16 years of education, he knows English and she knows English. You have vocabulary enough that you can speak for 24 hours long. Yes, you have word bank in your brain. You know things, you know expression. For example, if I'm speaking, मेरा नहीं ख्याल कि कोई ऐसा कैंडिडेट भी होगा या पार्टिसिपेंट होगा जिसको मेरी अंग्रेजी की समझ नहीं आ रही होगी. So everybody does listen. No, we know English. The only thing we have to do and to improve upon is improving skills. अंग्रेजी आती है, अंग्रेजी बोलनी नहीं आती। अंग्रेजी आती है, अंग्रेजी लिखनी नहीं आती, उसमें मिस्टेक्स होती हैं। अंग्रेजी आती है, सही से सुननी नहीं आती। सो वी do know English, but we have no idea, and we have to sharp our skills for that. Whether speaking is a skill. I have my friend, sir. It is very interesting to let you know all the participants here. He was in
Yes.
MPhil English Literature with me in 2018. MPhil English Literature, and he was unable to give a presentation in presence of the students. He could not speak. लिखवाने में बेशक उससे पेपर्स लिखवा लें, but he was unable to speak. So even now he used to say, यार उस्मान मुझे थोड़ा सा टाइम दो, because he's a busy man, he can't grab a time for that. तो ताकि मैं कुछ सीख लूं। तो बेटा द मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट थिंग इज स्किल। तो हमने किस पे काम करना है? स्किल पे। और मेरा मैक्सिमम फोकस जो होगा वो भी इसी पर होगा।
सर कम्युनिकेशन स्किल
सेकंड,
का वाकई बहुत बहुत रोल है, बहुत बड़ा रोल है कि अगर आप कम्युनिकेट नहीं कर सकते, चाहे वो कोई भी लैंग्वेज है, कोई भी आपके पास स्किल है, वो यूजलेस है मेरे मेरे नज़रिए में।
नहीं आपका नजरिया सर बिल्कुल ठीक है। टू लेट्स यू नो वेरी इंटरेस्टिंगली, एज आई एम प्रोवाइडिंग ट्रेनिंग फॉर कंपैटिटिव एग्जामिनेशन बिगिनर्स हियर, सीएसएस के एग्जाम है। सीएसएस द एलीट क्लास एग्जाम इन पाकिस्तान, इससे बड़ा एग्जाम नहीं है कंपटीशन का। एंड यू नो in interview they fail, in written they
यस।
fail, because they don't they can't speak up to the mark, they can't present themselves up to the mark. Doctors and engineers, you might have seen doctors, engineers, champions in various teams, actors and actresses and professionals work in different fields. They cannot present their country, they cannot present themselves, they cannot present their institution, so they lag behind. The only thing is they can't speak well. So skill most important, sir. A skill is the most
जी
important
जी।
thing that we can do. So would it be possible for any other prime minister, had it not been someone who knew English in UNO, from any representative from all the countries in the world? ठीक है, अगर आपको इंटरनेशनली किसी जॉब में, किसी फर्म में कहीं पे अपने आप को प्रेजेंट करना है, तो इट इज अ यूनिवर्सल लैंग्वेज एंड यू हैव टू डू दिस। अगर आप जॉब डूअर हैं तो यू विल बी अ ग्रेट जॉब डूअर। अगर आप प्रोफेसर हैं तो यू विल बी अ ग्रेट प्रोफेसर इफ यू नो इंग्लिश एंड इफ यू कैन स्पीक दैट। अगर आप वैसे कोई बिजनेस करते हैं, यू विल बी अ गुड बिजनेसमैन इफ यू हैव द स्किल विद यू। अच्छा जी, next most important thing that we are going to provide is, and it is definitely an exception. Sir, ये could you please read for the students the second line?
Yes, special features focus and improving skills, and there will be 40 credit
Mm-hmm.
hours for this IELTS class,
Mm-hmm.
and it will be for sure cost effective.
Cost effective. Better to be, let you know very honestly, all over the world you may search, and you definitely would have searched, जो IELTS का कोर्स करवाया जा रहा है वो 16 आवर्स का होता है, शॉर्ट कोर्स, or it may go up to 30 to 32 credit hours, not more than that, not more than that. And we are providing you almost up to 8 to 10 plus credit hours. This is, it's a special feature, and the credit goes to Sir Abdul Wahab, who is the director and chairman and planner of all this, that he said, okay, Usman Saib would go for 40 credit hours. This is something to give you more command, to give you more confidence, to give you more competency on the skills we are going to learn, inshallah. So this is something very special and cost effective. You definitely have an idea. Everywhere in Pakistan, even it is up to 25 plus thousand. Okay? You have to pay for this short course. लेकिन सर जो provide कर रहे हैं, I don't know whether he has discussed or not. It is very, very, very cost effective, honestly speaking. Let's move, Ji. These are the things we have to do: listening and speaking, and then reading and writing for modules. I'm going to discuss what are the things we're going to do, which I told you in the very beginning, और उसके बाद हम कैसे पढ़ेंगे. This is the crux of today's orientation. So, sir, would you please read it for me, what is written in these 3 lines?
Yes. Scope of content, British Council IELTS Cambridge. Listening, it will be various expressions and situations. Videos will be based on various real life situations.
And documentaries. So dear participants, we are going through, this is the data we have to go through. We are not going through only a PDF book or reading or telling you that you can do this way, you can do this way, and just making expressions and just telling over and over again. So these are things you have to do, and it is your part to do. No, I have with me all the audio scripts, all the videos which are basically planned and which are picturized by BBC, British Council, Cambridge, and other CNN and other resourceful and authentic resources in order to let the students learn English. So I have, for example, there are two characters. They go and visit hospital. While they go, they just act as a patient and they converse and they let the doctor examine. So whatever they speak, which expressions they make, which sentences they make, which expressions they usually use, and what are the different idiomatic expressions and phrasal verbs. तो हर वो चीज़ हम देखेंगे, ठीक है? We'll watch all these videos and scripts और उसके बाद हम उसको practice करेंगे. इसके बाद है documentaries. I do have documentaries from National Geographic and BBC, which will go through, will listen, will solve these, and miscellaneous expressions. Miscellaneous expressions means how to express likes and dislikes, how to express good and bad news, how to express your anger, how to be, in a very when you're in an enjoyable mood. So what are the different expressions? इसके लिए अलग से slides हैं, मेरे पास data है जिसको हम इंशाल्लाह कवर करने की कोशिश करेंगे. Then speeches, debates, vocabulary, editorials, articles, idiomatic expressions, books. Books से मुराद मेरी क्या है? I have complete course books from Cambridge and British Council, which are specifically planned for IELTS students. As we are going to plan, inshallah, to go through book 17, IELTS Academic from Cambridge. And this book will be more than sufficient. Along with that, I should tell you, not only one book will go through, we'll go through a lot of data. A lot of books are here. I'll show you a little later. और उसके साथ साथ 40 credit hours तो हम पढ़ेंगे क्लास में. This is something we'll do in classes. और इन क्लासेस के साथ साथ जो आपको डेटा प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा, दैट मस्ट बी प्लस 40 क्रेडिट आवर्स. यू कैन प्लान इट एंड यू कैन डू इट बाय योरसेल्फ एज वेल एज एन असाइनमेंट्स आपको प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा. सो दिस इज अ प्लस पॉइंट बाय दिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इंशाल्लाह. अच्छा, वन मोर थिंग सर, कैन यू रीड दिस फॉर मी प्लीज?
यस, बिगिनर्स टू एडवांस्ड.
अच्छा, एक और चीज बेटा जो हम करेंगे, समटाइम ऐसे होता है, फॉर एग्जांपल द स्टूडेंट्स हैव गॉन थ्रू पर्टिकुलर एजुकेशनल बैकग्राउंड, दे आर नॉट वेरी गुड एट इंग्लिश. मतलब वेरी करता है स्टूडेंट टू स्टूडेंट, पर्सन टू पर्सन. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि आई डायरेक्टली स्टार्ट फ्रॉम IELTS Cambridge or IELTS British Council. I wouldn't start from the very first day from the book from Cambridge, क्योंकि उसमें थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट हो जाता है. I'll take 1 week, I mean 3 classes, जिसमें हम बिगिनर्स की, वो भी ब्रिटिश काउंसिल से ही हैं. जो डेटा हम करेंगे, दैट इज फ्रॉम ब्रिटिश काउंसिल फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर पर्पस ऑफ लर्निंग इंग्लिश, दैट इज फ्रॉम कैम्ब्रिज फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर पर्पस ऑफ इंप्रूविंग योर स्किल्स, बट दैट इज नॉट द बुक. व्हाट आई मीन टू से इज कि जो क्लासेस का स्टार्ट होगा और उसके क्रेडिट आवर ज्यादा रखने का मकसद यही था कि हम सब स्टूडेंट्स को विद इन 2 to 3 days उनका जो कंप्रीहेंशन लेवल है उसको इतना बूस्ट कर लें कि उस लेवल से फिर हम बिगिनर से आगे स्टार्ट करें. सो इट मे बी क्वाइट इजी फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स टू ग्रैब ईच एंड एवरीथिंग एंड टू अंडरस्टैंड. जो वीडियोस हैं वो भी इसी तरीके से होंगी, ऑडियोज, ट्रांसक्रिप्शंस, रिटन एसेस, लेटर्स एंड व्हाटएवर वी हैव टू कंप्लीट इन आवर एग्जामिनेशन और IELTS examinations. So for example, I'm now going to give you a little demo कि हम क्लास किस तरीके से पढ़ेंगे या क्लासेस कैसे होंगे. फॉर एग्जांपल आई टॉक्ड अबाउट वीडियोस, तो हम वो वीडियोस किस तरीके से करेंगे. सर जस्ट लेट मी नो प्लीज, काइंडली हेल्प मी नो, कैन यू लिसन द ऑडियो फ्रॉम माय सिस्टम? अब्दुल वहाब साहब, Abdul Wahab sir, can you please hear me?
Sorry, can you hear me, sir, now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, I think everyone can hear the audio, so now you can go ahead.
Play. Okay. Well done. Okay, dear students, you are to be. This is something challenging for you. You are supposed to watch and listen that video very carefully, and you have to go through each and every expression they speak. I'll ask you later on how much of you have got the idea what the video is about, and how much of the expressions you could get. So you're supposed to focus and listen it very carefully in order to understand the concept I'm going to tell you. Here we go.
Hi, can I help you?
Hello, how much is this magazine?
Let's see. Top sounds, that's $1.99.
Okay, can I have the magazine? And do you have a bottle of water?
Yes.
Have you got cold ones?
Over there in the fridge. Is that everything?
I think so. Oh, and these sweets.
Okay.
How much is that?
That's £3.40, please.
Here you are.
Thank you. And there's £1.60 change. Would you like a bag?
No, it's fine, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back, Ji. Sir, I'd like to ask a few of the students, how much of the students could get what is being done in the video? मतलब कितने बच्चों को ये समझ आई है कि ट्रांसक्रिप्शन के साथ जो ऑडियो को समझ सकें? Just a few ones, 1, 2 or 3. I just want to get response.
If like anyone can raise a hand if they wanted to talk, or you can even write in a chat. So sir, can you see the chat so you can also see the response from the people?
Yes, I try.
Yeah, there
Try
are a
to
lot
click
of
on
responses.
slide. Okay. Sir, ये अभी this problem has not been told before. Yes, clear. अभी कह रहे थे कि you can't see the slide. Why? Try to click on presented icon. Yes, I have presented. Sir, आप could you see my slides?
Yeah, I think sir, there was some glitch also in the video, but for a very short time. But I think there is issue with the internet, with the some like some participants there is issue with their internet, so might be that is the reason. But I think everyone can hear and listen, and there are a lot of responses in the chat, so it shows most of the people they understood everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very good. That's very good. Okay, dear students, that was the video we went through. First of all, it was video for the beginners basically. ठीक है? इसमें क्या होगा कि जिस तरह आपने ये वीडियो देखी है, we'll go through that video, watching it,
And
and
there's
after that,
£1.60 change.
it will be your turn to practice that video. You can practice it at home by yourself. For example, here you can watch the video again once more, so you can get an idea what it would be. पहले हमने ये देखी है, उसमें दोनों कैरेक्टर्स बोल रहे थे और ट्रांसक्रिप्शन ऊपर आ रही थी. अब जो वीडियो प्ले होगी, there will be a shopkeeper only. ठीक है? You will consider yourself as the one who is a buyer, as the one who is going to buy something or shop something. So you would speak that. So you're supposed to just imagine that. How would it be? Here we go.
Hi, can I help you? Let's see. Top sounds. That's £1.99. Yes? Over there in the fridge. Is that everything?
I think so. Oh, and these sweets as
Okay.
well.
Sorry sir, I cannot hear you.
नहीं बस मैं वैसे line बोल रहा था. For example, the line written over here is that is from the one who has gone to buy something. How much is that? So, sir, definitely you have got an idea कि shopkeeper was speaking and the blank space was, escaped for the one who is practicing as a buyer. For example, how much is that? That would be spoken by the one who is watching this video.
Yeah.
So this is how we are going to do this activity. Lekin this is for beginners. When we move a bit ahead, मतलब हमारी तीसरी से चौथी क्लास होगी उसमें that would be a bit difficult. We can say it is B2 level or B1 level. The first one is A1, A2, then B1, B2 skills, and then C1 comes professional. So I'd like you to watch this video for a moment only in order to understand what type of videos and what type of data it would be. Here we go.
Hi, Tristan.
Hi guys, great to see you.
Good to see you. We thought we'd come and try out your new place.
Ah, it's good.
Have you got a table for two?
Yeah, sure. Over there.
Perfect, thanks.
I'll be with you in a minute.
She's been working hard recently. I'd like to take her out for lunch.
He doesn't usually take me out for lunch.
Okay, come on. What shall we have?
Oh, I don't know. It all looks delicious. Maybe some soup.
Welcome back. In order to save time, as we are running short of time, so I do not play this video completely. इस तरीके से there are two characters and they're actually practicing what they do in social life and what they do in real. So this is how we are learning speaking, we are learning different sentences, we are learning listening as well. एक तो हम इस तरीके से practice करेंगे, and it was a bit difficult in comparison to the previous one. I'd like to ask question now from the audience. Would you please tell me, was the previous video quite easy to understand and listening, or this one?
Yeah, you guys can respond in the chat. So the previous video which sir mentioned, the showed you, that one was easy, or this one was easy to understand? So the most of the responses are, sir, the previous video, the first one was easy.
That's very great. That's very good. This is what I wanted you to know. So बिल्कुल इसी तरीके से this is B2. इसके बाद हमारे पास जो videos होंगी, that will be highly professional and that would be C2. For example, watch this video for a few seconds only. Here we go.
Rolling. Keep marker. Pause the roll. Clearing, listening.
The fun thing about the Aria Brienne thing was I don't think we had to do too much to it to make it really fun to watch, because everybody's wanted to see these two together for a long time. And if they didn't know they did, they certainly do the minute the two of them meet.
Nice.
It was so exciting to train for that fight, and we trusted each other.
But to be fighting Gwen, who is far over a foot taller than me, and for her to be, fighting someone who's far, far shorter than her, it's been a massive challenge.
Generally, as you attack, you move forward, and as you defend, you move back. And they have completely different sizes of gait, of step. That was a big challenge to choreograph that and deal with those issues. We use stunt doubles for their skill sets and also put them in harm's way to a degree.
3, 2, 1, action.
A fight is so much more than just choreography. Every movement says something about the character. It tells the story of these two very different warriors. Who taught you how to do that?
No one.
Yes, welcome back. Now, definitely this video was comparatively more difficult than the previous two. So this is how we are going to practice these things. And not only just watching this, अभी इसकी transcription जो है हम उसकी तरफ move करते हैं जो अभी हमने देखा. Let's suppose ये था अभी job scene जिसमें दो characters हैं. They come in a hotel or somewhere in a cafe and they want to eat something and they want to grab something over here for lunch or dinner or whatsoever. So what do they speak? What is the transcription? What expressions they make will be with us in either PDF form or in these slides form. We'll go through each and everything. And to be very honest, a lot of students will they generally may have questions in their minds, okay, how would it be possible that if you're 100 or 50 or more than that students, so dear students, हमारी जो class होगी उसमें there will be no more than 16 students. And this is it is one of the more exceptions that I told previously. बाकी जहां भी आप जाएं तो वहां पे up to 30 strength होती है क्लास की. So we have kept the strength half of the 30. ठीक है, 16 students होंगे जिसमें बड़ी easily each students can have time to participate and each students can ask and say and speak. So this is a practice. In classes you will see, अभी तो मैं ही बोले जा रहा हूँ, आप सुन रहे हैं कब से, and thank you for listening me. जब classes होंगी तो उसमें बेटा आपकी participation जो है वो ज्यादा होगी. So, Sir Wahab, I'd like two of the participants to raise their hands and to participate for what is written on the screen.
Yes, if few people, I think 2 people are enough. If 2 people can raise their hand and they need to read from the slide. So if anyone can text me or raise a hand, I can allow them to speak. Okay, I'm allowing Maham and one more, Hamid Fatas, maybe. So Maham and Hamid Fraz, can you speak now? Can you try to?
That's very great. Okay, Maham beta, you will present yourself as Ashley. She's a female character. और दूसरा Hamid थे. Hamid beta, you will present yourself as a Tristan. He was a male character. So the lines written over here, you would go through for all the listeners in the class. Yes, Maham, I'd like you to speak if you can.
Maham, she has some issues with the internet. If anyone else can wanted to participate, me Iman, so I can find Iman and let her speak. Just give me one moment, sir.
No problem, no problem.
Maham, can you check? Now you can speak, I think. Maham, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
That's very great. That's very great. Hamid, can you speak, please? So let me make sure whether both of you can participate.
Yeah, Hamid, can you speak, please? Yeah, or I can allow Munibur Rahman. So if he wanted to
Yes, yes, no,
participate,
anyone.
Munibur Rahman, can you try to speak few words so we will be sure you are participating? I can speak Anamnas. Okay, I will allow Anamnas. So I think sir, in start some people they are very shy. So
No problem, no problem at all. So it is just,
it's a common
friend
thing.
type of.
I was one of
Yes,
them,
it's common
so
thing.
so it's a very common thing
I
in
too
the
was one
nation.
of them. जी
Yeah.
जी ये मैं भी ऐसे ही था.
So I think now Munib, I think I unmuted Anam and someone else.
Iman.
Can you speak, please?
Yes, sir. My name is Iman.
That's very great. Abdul Wahab, Wahab Sahib, if there is any other students, no problem. Or you and I can participate with Iman, no problem.
Yeah, I think. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Iman, would you read the first line written over there?
Yes, sir. Sure. Hi, Tristan.
Sir, next line you would go through, Wahab Sahib.
Okay. Hi guys, great to see you.
Now your turn, Iman.
Good to see you. Well, we thought we would come and try out your new space.
Yes, sir.
I'm waiting for the slide to appear.
Mm-hmm.
Can you forward the slide because I'm unable to see.
No problem. I have forwarded 2 or more 3 slides, I think. Anyhow, no problem.
Yeah,
You
now
can
I
see
can
first.
see. Yeah, Tristan,
Okay, okay.
that's good.
Have you
That's
got a
good.
table
Okay,
for
well done.
two?
Well done.
Yeah, sure, over there.
That's very great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is, just an example. कि हम कैसे करेंगे. For example, all of them spoke well. MashaAllah, that's very great. But I would like to rectify now. The first expression is a sign of exclamation. So it means whenever this sign is there, you should speak like you have to express your emotions. You are emotional. ठीक है. उर्दू में अगर कहूँ तो जब आपने अपने इल्तिजा या ख्वाहिश या अपने जज्बात का इजहार करना होता है, when you have to express your emotions and you have to express your such kind of feeling, then you speak this and you put this particular sign and you would speak like, hi Tristan, hi Tristan. It is not Tristan. Hi Tristan. And the next line will be, great to see you, great to see you. It's not you only. इसी तरह जैसे सर ने बोला good to see you, so that should be good to see you. We thought we'd come and try out your place. Sorry, ये ईमान की लाइन थी. तो एक तो एक्सप्रेशन बोलना है. यहाँ पर ईमान you spoke like we would come and try out your new place. ऐसे ही है ना?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो बेटा whenever there is an apostrophe तो हम उसको we would नहीं बोलेंगे. In spoken English that should be we'd come and try on your place. So can you repeat after me please? We'd.
Wait.
Yeah, this is how. तो इस तरीके से we'll go through each and every line spoken by the characters in the video and we'll practice after, जिसमें आपकी spoken भी बेहतर होगी, साथ में listening भी बेहतर होगी, और इसके साथ जिस तरह अभी हमने grammar का rule पढ़ा, when you see this kind of expression you have to speak such a way, और इसी तरीके से when you want to say something emotionally then you have to put this expression. इसी तरह ये हमने पढ़ा, तो इस तरीके से each and everything will be done simultaneously. At the same time we'll be learning a lot of things. I think you have got great idea, Iman. How would we go through?
Yes, sir.
Any question from here now? That's very great. Thank you. Let's move forward. बिल्कुल इसी तरीके से स्पीकिंग होगी, इसकी फिर एक्टिविटीज हैं. अभी हमने जो अभी स्पीकिंग बोली है, ये इससे पहले सुनी थी, ये उसी पर बेस्ड एक लाइन पढ़ के आगे चलते हैं. ईमान, you would read this for us. Activity 1.
Put the words in the correct order to make sentence. Each sentence has a verb without.
Okay.
Her
What is that
invited
sentence?
I have for out lunch.
That's very great. So put the words in correct order to make sentences. Each sentence has a verb without. Verb without. Whenever you have a verb और उसके साथ preposition होता है, that is called phrasal verb. So this is an activity कि आपने actually phrasal verb किस तरीके से put करने हैं and what should be sentence order, जिसको आप syntax कहते हैं. मसलन first should come subject, then should come verb, then object. SOV structure. तो हम इसको समझेंगे. So it should be I've invited out for lunch. I've. So that is a subject. It is not I have. It is I've. ये शुरू में आ जाएगा subject है. उसके बाद invited हमारे पास verb है. Then object आ जाएगा her. Out lunch. और invited her out. Invited her out. So this is how we'll try to learn these things. We'll try to practice these things and make these things. और आज examination भी इसी तरीके से चीजें होंगी. यानी आपके पास जो exam होगा वो भी इसी नौयत का ही होगा. I'm going to skip the second activity. इस पर based different activities होंगी जिसमें fill in the blanks हो सकते हैं. ये हमारा reading का जो portion है उसमें होता है और जो listening का होता है उसमें होते हैं. Choice of words हो सकती है, ठीक है. उसमें point the correct word and write the correct spelling. डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ एक्टिविटीज होती हैं. वो जब क्लासेस होंगी तो उसको डिटेल्स में हम उस वक्त डिस्कस करेंगे. सो दिस वुड बी द वे विल यूज दिस एक्टिविटीज. फिर इसी तरह लिसनिंग होगी. लिसनिंग में भी विल लिसन द ऑडियो एंड आई हैव ऑल ऑडियो फैक्ट्स विद मी अवेलेबल रेडीमेड. वैसे तो ये एक टेस्ट होता है, ये अप टू 30 to 40 मिनट्स का होता है, 30 मिनट्स लॉन्ग. लेकिन मेरे पास जो ऑडियोज हैं वो 6-7 मिनट्स, मतलब आई हैव ट्रैक्स. द फर्स्ट ट्रैक पार्ट 1, देन पार्ट 2, देन पार्ट 3, देन पार्ट 4. So we'll go through all these and we'll solve activities based upon these. For example, this is the listening. उसमें जो बोला गया है वो हम सारा पढ़ेंगे. I have in PDF and in slides as well. इसी तरह हम उसको practice करेंगे. Then comes debate. Debate, सर मैं थोड़ा सा दिखाना चाहता हूँ just to encourage the people that one of the students in my class, she joined the class, you may say. और उनकी अंग्रेजी की हालत ये थी कि she had an examination. I asked her to make a sentence or use a phrasal verb, pass away. पास अवे का बेटा मतलब होता है डेथ हो जाना, डाई, ठीक है. सो शी सेड, सर इंशाल्लाह आई विल पास अवे इन माय एग्जामिनेशन. सर कैन यू हियर मी?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, so good. So she used a phrasal verb like I will pass away in my examination. But instead of saying ke that is something different. Yes. So if you do not know the right and appropriate use of things, appropriate use of expressions, you make such kind of odds, I should say, the blunders आप करते हैं. तो अगर if you make a one blunder in your speaking test, it means that you are just below 9 से आप 8 पर आ गए. If you make second blunder, आप 8 से 7 point plus पर आ गए. And if you make third blunder, तो इसका मतलब है कि आपके जो bands हैं IELTS में वो नीचे आते चले जा रहे हैं. So this is how we'll try to learn everything. Let us watch this for a moment in order just to encourage the students. For example, this is a debate. Here we go.
Criticise treatment of those on disability benefits.
You're not credible.
Jeremy, I know there is no extra payment you don't want to add to, no tax you don't want to rise. But the fact is we have to concentrate our resources on the people who need it most. And we have to stop thinking, as you do, that there's a magic money tree. You have to be accountable for the money you want to spend.
I'd like to bring in some of the other.
It was already a personal confrontation. the Labour leader counter-attacking on poverty.
I would just say this, since Amber Rudd seems so confident that this is a country at ease with itself. Have you been to a food bank? Have you seen people sleeping around our stations? Have you seen...
Welcome back. Dear participants, ये वीडियो दिखाने का मकसद क्या था? Literally speaking, there were 350 students in 3 different classes. वो physical थी, 3 different classes in girls और इसी तरह 3 different classes in boys. A group of colleges in Pakistan. So the student, I told कि that was the level of her English, and she was very shy to speak even. So after 1.5 months course, she participated, and could you believe that she stood first in all the competition, speeches competition, you know. So whenever you see something, you get encouraged, and inshallah you are going to improve yourself, and you will undoubtedly will tell me, and will inshallah the people with you will let you know you are improving inshallah day by day. And it would be my best try that you get more than what you have come from. Not only the IELTS examinations, you will inshallah improve upon your overall skills, and you will have a very better and good experience. So reading beta इसी तरीके से हमारे पास सारी चीजें हैं. We'll go through the readings. अभी in order to save time, I'm not going in details. उस पर हमारे question and answers हैं. जिस तरह you can see the questions over here, and we'll solve those questions. I'll tell you each and everything from beginning to end. We'll practice everything from the books, from different data I have, audios, videos, and all the stuff you would ask, and that is needed in order to get maximum bands possible. और इनको करने के बाद फिर आपकी असाइनमेंट्स होंगी. फॉर एग्जांपल दे विल बी क्लास, सॉरी ये मैंने सैटरडे संडे सिर्फ लिखा है, फ्राइडे सैटरडे संडे 3 डेज क्लासेस होंगी हमारी. तो क्लासेस के बाद का जो टाइम होगा, गैप होगा, आई वोंट टेल यू दैट नाउ यू कैन जस्ट लीव द क्लास एंड फॉर 3 days you can contact. No, that won't be. You can text, you can put your queries and questions, and we'll send you the data relevant to that. You will do assignments. So the whole week you will be busy, irrespective of the 40 credit hours. You will be busy and you will be practicing, or each week you will see the improvements based upon those assignments and all those stuffs. अच्छा, next thing है outlines. तो outlines बेटा मैं आपको बताता हूँ. Can you see the screen? Sir, can you see the screen please?
Yes sir, I can see the screen, and I can ask the other participant if they can also let me know in the
yes,
can
sure,
you guys see the screen? If you can tell me in the chat, so it will be quite helpful. Yes,
that's very great. Okay, dear participants, you can see each and everything is planned. For example, our first class should be on class 1, 2, 3 Friday, Saturday, Sunday, और इंशाल्लाह ये August 11, 12 और 13 ये first 3 classes होंगी. उन classes में हम करने क्या जा रहे हैं? For example, learn English with Professor Usman Ghani, IELTS weekly course plan, online course books जो होंगी, audiovisual data होगा, IELTS 17, और इसके अलावा जो बुक होगी गेट स्पीकिंग vocab secrets बुक होगी. इसके अलावा ब्रिटिश काउंसिल से डेटा होगा, लर्न इंग्लिश से, और डिबेट्स वगैरह ये सारा डेटा होगा. हम करेंगे क्या? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, let's suppose this is ours, and it definitely shall be inshallah. We hope for the best and pray to Lord as well. PPT या PDF lectures होंगे जिसमें हम समझेंगे कि what is this particular thing, what IELTS is, what speaking is, what listening is, and all the stuff we have to understand first of all. वो तकरीबन will spend 30 minutes, and after those 30 minutes we'll practice. So just keep one thing in mind: whenever you're going to learn skill, whenever you're going to learn specifically English skills, whether it is spoken, written, or whatever it is, you have to practice that. आपके सामने प्रोफेसर हैं, वो 16 साल बोलते रहे, and you have been listening that. They have been speaking for 16 long years. लेकिन you are not able to speak proficiently up to the mark where you can get 7+ bands or 8 bands or 9 bands. You know why? Because you haven't practiced that way. Specifically talking about, because my most experience is from Pakistan, so I'm talking about the people over here. Even a few students are from Nigeria and from English speaking countries. Their native language is English, but they are not quite well at that, because they spoke, I should say, they speak their native expression. Native expressions mean the colloquial expressions, not the formal English or British English that is spoken in Southern England. So that is the problem. So what we'll do, we'll we'll use most of the time for practicing these things. For example, listening में क्या होगा? That would be for beginners. उसमें हम पहले स्क्रिप्ट को सुनेंगे, उसकी ट्रांसक्रिप्शंस देखेंगे, फिर उस पर टास्क करेंगे, and I'll let you know the analysis that how much each of the students in the class has participated, understood, and improved upon. For example, हम देखेंगे क्या वो जो और doesn't know, everything would be written over here. For example, that is please and thank you, how to use please and how to use thank you. इसी तरह next ये होगी फिर reality TV. अच्छा, फिर उसके बाद speaking में अगर बात आती है, जिस हमने वीडियो देखी है, तो everything is written over here. यानी जो हमारा course plan है from class 1 to the last class, everything is written. उसके लिए हम 30 minutes each spend करेंगे, and then we leave 20 to 30 minutes each class for your assignments. I'll testify and I'll identify and monitor things on daily basis. चूंकि it has been my experience, Abdul Wahab sahib, as a student, whether you are PhD student, आपके supervisor जो हैं उनको कहना पड़ता है, आपसे करवाना पड़ता है, मतलब as a student, even if you get old enough, so you need somebody to give you a courage and give you support and give you get up and go. तो जरूरत होती है कि कोई ना कोई जो हौसला देता रहे, कहता है
frankly speaking, today my
ऐसे ही
supervisor, he's frankly speaking, sorry to interrupt you. Today my supervisor, he is not in Italy, so he went to Slovenia for a tour. So I'm sitting here in this session because he's not here. So supervisor also, he needs
had he been
to.
here ऐसा ही है. So had he been here, you definitely wouldn't be in the class. तो बेटा इंशाल्लाह हम ये सारी चीजें प्रैक्टिस करेंगे from class 1 to last. You can see, I shall show you very briefly. So here we go. So this is how we have 20 classes. ठीक है, और उसमें next to जो extra आपको time दिया बेटा, the 2 weeks, that is definitely additional and I can say offer from this organization Scholarship Hive. Next 2 weeks हैं, उसमें वही चीजें हम करेंगे, repeatedly करेंगे, आपके questions को tackle करेंगे, and we'll do these things multiple times in order to get more command and more proficiency in our skills. यहाँ तक ये हो गया. Is there anything I left, sir, जो मैंने डिस्कस ना की हो?
Sir, मेरे ख्याल से तो more than enough है, more than even my expectations. So at least for me, this was a really good session. So
okay,
let's ask
okay, बेटा,
some people.
the last thing I should tell you, और उसके बाद question and answer करते हैं. Remember one thing for very sure. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, ألم تروا إلى الطير فوقهم صافات ويقبضن ما يمسكن إلا الرحمن. Have you not seen the birds above you? Have you not seen them flying? They just fly, and sometimes वो अपने जो पर हैं उनको cover कर लेते हैं. So, إلا الرحمن, who is there who controls them? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, have you not seen? Learn from them. Learn from them. You can do that. You can do everything.
Yes.
You do have guts. You can make wonders. ठीक है? Kholikal insan zaifa के साथ ये भी है कि you I should say rather crux of the creation, crown of the creation. So we have got the faculties of speaking, faculties of listening, faculty for making decisions. So what we need is that we have to plan and we have to work upon that. So wish you good luck for everything you do, whether you join or not, or whatever you make a decision. Just keep one thing in mind: you have to practice, and there will be a result. See, Allah ka qanoon hai, and you will be provided with good results, inshallah. So I think we shall have questions now, sir.
Yeah, sure, sir. I will ask from the participants if anyone want to ask any question from sir. So you can just raise your hand. So it will be easier for me. I cannot allow everyone to open the mic, so it will be a mess for me at least, and I think for all of you. So if you guys can raise your hand, I can unmute one by one, and then you can ask your question. First of all, I wanted to ask you to tell me in the chat you really want to ask a question related to art, because there are few people who already raised their hand, so I'm not sure if they wanted to ask question or it was like. Sir, please recommend any book or English. Can anyone let me know in the chat so I can unmute the specific person? So please recommend. Okay. Just give me one moment. अच्छा जी, अनम्यूट कर रहा हूँ मैं डॉक्टर एच शामुल हक को. तो आप जो है, अगर आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है तो आप सर से पूछ सकते हैं.
Assalamu alaikum. It's me, Dr. Hisham from UT Peshawar. Are you guys audible?
Yes, you're audible. Walaikum assalam
Okay,
warahmatullah.
Dr. Saab, can you give a quick review to my students, because right now 10 of my students have joined the link, because I do share the link quite later with them. So kindly, if you give them a quick review, so it would be quite fruitful for them.
Actually, sir, I think there are some students who just joined from UET. They wanted a quick review, but I don't think so. It will be possible for you to give a very short review of all of this session, 1 hour. But what you say?
Yes.
So
okay, dear,
Okay, I have one solution for it. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. This meeting is already recorded, so it will be. I will post it on my YouTube channel, Scholarship Hive or Abdul Wahab. Most of people you know. So and I will share its link also in the group, so you guys can watch it there. And I think now we can ask question from someone else. What do you say, sir?
That would be great, sir. But in spite of that, if you kindly conclude the entire session idea within 2 to 3 minutes, so that they may at least ask
no
question
problem.
from you.
I do this.
Okay.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
Etienne bhai, I conclude
Thank
it.
Okay,
You're
sir.
welcome. You're welcome. This is basically an IELTS academic class orientation session in which we discuss what we would do and how would we do. What would be the data? It would be definitely relevant from British Council and Cambridge and from IDP and all the stuff which is most relevant to pass the IELTS examination with maximum bands. Am I audible, please?
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay. The second thing is, how would we do these things? We'll definitely have a lot of data in terms of audio scripts and videos and PDF books and all that stuff. So we'll practice that in the classes. The classes will be of 40 credit hours would be there, and each class shall be of 2 hours, 3 classes a week, and it will be quite cost effective session. And we'll have a lot of data after the classes I'll provide, and between while taking classes in between I'll send you the data for practicing and for doing assignments. So this is all I think I could conclude. So is there any question specifically you may ask?
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Sorry, sir. Now I will allow Waqar Ahmed. I think he has some questions from you. So there are so many people, so it's not easy to find a specific person actually.
No problem.
Give me 1 second, please.
Yes, sure.
Waqar, can you raise your hand? So it will be easier for me. You will be on top. Yeah, now I can find. So I think now you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर, पहले तो बड़ा ज़बरदस्त सेशन था, लेकिन मेरे क्वेश्चन बड़ा बेसिक्स हैं। उसमें ये है कि क्योंकि मैंने जर्मन लैंग्वेज आगे पहले एक दफ़ा जो है वो की हुई आइंस जो है उसका किया था। अब मैंने एमएस कर लिया हुआ है, मैं जॉब भी कर रहा हूँ। मैं इंग्लिश बोलने में, जैसे आपने कहा है कि बोलने में कोई मसला नहीं है, जर्नल लिखने में कोई इशू नहीं है। मुझे जो इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए आइट्स के रिगार्डिंग, आई एम गोइंग टू जॉइन दिस क्लास इंशाल्लाह। जो मैं इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए वो ये चाहिए कि मैंने कभी सेंटेंसेस का, कभी मैंने ग्रामर को और इन चीज़ों को मैंने कभी वर्ब वगैरह कभी कोई किसी चीज़ को जो है ना वो नहीं कंसीडर नहीं किया। जैसे आप कह रहे हैं आई एम राइटिंग द मेल्स, मैंने थीसिस अपना किया, सारा कुछ थोड़ा बहुत उसमें ख्याल रखा। लेकिन अगर किसी कोई ऐसा स्टूडेंट है जैसे मैं हूँ जिसने इन चीज़ों को कभी कंसीडर ही नहीं किया, तो उसके लिए क्या बहुत ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट नहीं होता ये इस चीज़ को अचीव करना और सारी चीज़ें जो है वो जितना आपने टाइम दिया उसके अंदर सारा ग्रैब करके टेस्ट, और टेस्ट भी काफ़ी कॉस्टली है। तो उससे भी थोड़ा-सा होता है कि जब इंसान दे तो एक परफेक्ट शॉट दे उसके लिए ना। तो उसके बारे में थोड़ा-सा बता दें कि ऐसे स्टूडेंट को क्या ज़्यादा टाइम लगाना चाहिए या क्या आपकी क्या सजेशन होगी? क्योंकि आई एम विलिंग टू डू दैट ना, और मेरे लिए ये डेट बड़े अच्छे हैं जो
I
आपने
got you. Welcome. I got your question. Vakar beta, you might know, wish you good luck for your thesis and all that stuff. Many a time it happens if some Englishman or English speaking person is speaking, even if we do not know the word of, we do not know the meaning of each word in the sentence, and we do not know the very structure. हमें उसकी बात समझ में आ जाती है। यू नो व्हाई? बिकॉज कॉन्शियसली और अनकॉन्शियसली हमारा ब्रेन वो चीजें अंडरस्टैंड कर रहा होता है ना। कंप्रिहेंसिबिलिटी अल्लाह की तरफ से होती है, एक शऊर होता है ना। सो अगर आपने थीसिस लिख लिया तो इट मीन्स यू नो इंग्लिश इवन इफ यू हैव नॉट गॉन थ्रू फॉर्मली बाय स्टडीइंग एन इंग्लिश ग्रामर बुक और समथिंग लाइक दैट। तो पहली बात तो ये कि यू विल डू दैट नो प्रॉब्लम, ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट नहीं होगा, यू नो थिंग्स, ठीक है। दूसरी बात जो है वो ये कि जब मैं आपको असाइनमेंट दूंगा यू वुड बी सपोज टू राइट समथिंग, तो मुझे उससे आइडिया हो जाएगा वेयर यू स्टैंड बेसिकली, व्हाट इज योर पोजीशन, व्हाट इज योर लेवल ऑफ इंग्लिश ग्रामर, ठीक है। तो वो ऑन द स्पॉट आई विल डेफिनेटली chalk out different ways and chalk out different plans. So I can definitely there should be 16 students, तो मैं personally each student will be in contact with me, so I definitely can handle, or 40 classes are more than sufficient I think. तो ये हो जाएगा, not a problem, it is a big deal, we can do this, no problem at all.
इंशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह।
इंशाल्लाह।
अच्छा जी, नेक्स्ट सर आपके पास अगर 5 से 7 मिनट और हों तो मेरे ख्याल से हम 1-2 क्वेश्चंस और ले लें अगर किसी का है तो
जी
उसके
जी
बाद
जी
जो है
जी
उसके बाद जो है मैं एक कैनेडियन स्कॉलरशिप जो रिसेंटली आई है मैंने अपने पेज पे भी अनाउंस की थी, तो उसके बारे में कुछ डिटेल्स शेयर करूंगा लोगों के साथ। तो आई थिंक वो बहुत से लोगों के लिए हेल्पफुल रहेगा अगर वो इस मीटिंग में रहें। तो इज देयर एनीवन एल्स हु वांटेड टू आस्क एनी क्वेश्चन? Maybe I can allow them. Actually, you have to tell me in the chat first because there are already so many hands raised. So I just wanted to allow those person who wanted to ask a question. Okay. There is this person, Sunny. सनी आपको मैंने अलाउ कर दिया है अगर आप क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहें तो।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम सलाम।
Can you hear me?
जी 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 सनी यू मे आस्क।
सर दो क्वेश्चन हैं। एक तो ये है कि जो वीडियोस यहाँ पे प्ले हो रही हैं लाइव तो वो बहुत ज़्यादा लैग कर रही हैं, तो क्या ये मटेरियल हमें मिल जाएगा, प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा
जी मिल जाएगा मिल जाएगा।
ताकि हम इसे रिवाइंड में देख सकें? और दूसरा ये है
जी
कि मेरा
जी
5 है तो उसके बाद मैं अगर स्कॉलरशिप के लिए एमएस करना चाहूँ तो मेरे लिए क्या गाइडलाइंस है?
सर ये क्वेश्चन मेरे ख्याल में आपसे रेलेवेंट है।
ये क्वेश्चन आप थोड़ा सा ये सर सेशन के बाद अभी 5 मिनट और हम लोगों से क्वेश्चन कर लें क्योंकि उसके लिए थोड़ी सी एक्सपर्टीज मेरे पास है तो फिर मैं आपको आंसर दे दूंगा इसके लिए, ठीक है?
यस नेक्स्ट प्लीज।
नेक्स्ट प्लीज, अगर कोई और है जो क्वेश्चन कहना चाहता है, अदरवाइज हम इस सेशन को वाइंड अप कर देंगे और फिर इसकी मैं रिकॉर्डिंग जो है यूट्यूब पे अपलोड कर दूँगा। सर पैटर्न ऑफ आइट्स बता दें प्लीज़, एक क्वेश्चन ये है। ओके मैं थोड़ी सी एक तो ये इस सेशन से रिलेटेड कुछ लोगों के क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं फीस से रिलेटेड और शायद कुछ लोगों ने मिस कर दिया ड्यूरिंग प्रेजेंटेशन। देयर विल बी 20 क्लासेस or and there will be 40 hours lecture, so every lecture will be of 2 hours and the price or you can say the cost of this class will be 10,000 Pakistani rupees and only 15 people can participate, so it will be on first come first serve base. If okay, we will have more session inshallah in whenever this session is done. We will be starting this session from 11th of August, so after that the next people they can be allowed only in the next session. So if you want to participate in this one you have to book your seat. I already mentioned the number, you can just text on that number and you can book your seat. So if this is the confusion, I think I have seen a lot of messages here for the number, so this is the basic general idea for the class and how you can book your seat. And if yes sir,
एक्सक्यूज मी, सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट अब्दुल वहाब साहब, आई एम इन पाकिस्तान और यहाँ पे तकरीबन टाइम होने वाला है मगरिब का। शुड आई लीव? आई थिंक
yeah sir, you can leave, you can leave. And now I will have the session of
अच्छा
Indian scholarship. Thank you so much
ओके
sir
नो
for
प्रॉब्लम।
your
अच्छा
time.
जी थैंक यू सो मच, विश यू गुड लक एवरीवन, विश यू गुड लक, अल्लाह हाफिज, अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम जी।